K-Pro, you have 5 minutes left of testing. 5 minutes left of testing for K-Pro. Folks in the park, just another reminder with the crowd levels today, make sure that there are no motorized vehicles in the park. Once again, no motorized vehicles in the park unless it is a utility vehicle. No golf carts, no ATVs, no motorized vehicles in the park with the level of crowds that are expected today.
Your attention, please. All those involved in the opening ceremony, please be to the PA booth by 11:55. The opening ceremonies will start at 12 noon. Again, all those involved in the opening ceremonies, please report to the PA booth at 11:55 a.m. and we will begin the opening ceremonies at 12 noon. Thank you.
Ryan Gowan, attention Ryan Gowan, can you please see Christy Ellison? Ryan Gowan, please report to Christy Ellison. Thank you. Folks, if anybody lost a pair of glasses, the DePue Men's Club has it at the food stand. If anybody lost a pair of glasses, you could find it at the DePue Men's Club and the food stand.
Close to the action, the smell of methanol, the feel of raw power blasting past you. Neck and neck, speeding around the course on a nice edge. Each driver putting it all on the line, contending with waves and wind while fighting for a clean lane. Will it be victory or defeat? Racing as it was meant to be. Close to the action, the smell of...
The water is now closed for K-Pro testing. The water is now closed for K-Pro testing. Folks, the water is now open for protesting. The water is now open for protesting. Can we please get a volunteer to drive a pickup boat? Once again, please get a volunteer to drive a pickup boat. Thank you.
Now I'm retired. Now I race or high. Yeah. So it's good to see you. You're doing all right. Attention in the pit area, please. Attention. Duke Johnson in S1 is going to need a couple of guys to help him as he gets ready for C Racing Hydro, which is in the second flight. He's about halfway down the beach in boat S1, big red trailer. It's got Johnson Racing on the side of it. And if you could please go by and see if you could give him a hand to get him into the water in the second half of the program for C Racing Hydro.
Attention.
Will all barge and safety and judge personnel for Flight 1 please report to the seawall? Once again, will all safety, judge, and barge personnel start please reporting to the seawall for transportations? We would like to get going here in about 20 minutes or so. Once again, will all judge and barge personnel please start to report to the seawall? For the first flight, all judge and barge personnel please start to report to the seawall. For the first flight, turn judges Nick Wataka, David Jones, Nick Hoot, Brian Palmquist. Flagger is Cooper Thompson. For judge personnel, Sandy Neidl, Tracy Trollian, Tanya Wataka, Lynn Krieger, Mackenzie Helston, Kelly Neidl, Don Helston, and Chris Helston. Once again, will those people please start reporting to the seawall? Thank you.
All those involved in the opening ceremony, please report to the PA booth at 11:55. We'll start at noon. Please report to the PA booth at 11:55 for a 12 noon start.
Well, fans, as we talked about yesterday, a young man named Brett Jedwabny, who is fighting for his life. J.P. Jedwabny, his uncle, of course, has been here at DePue many, many years racing, now with the family up in Milwaukee. Brent was in an accident and has been in an induced coma for the last couple of weeks, and he is in need of our prayers and support. And we ask you, before you turn the light out tonight, to just say a quick prayer for Brett and his family as they could use our support and petition our Heavenly Father to be able to help him. And of course, Wendy Bosnick will be out yet later today with the 50-50 drawing for Brett's family, and we'd appreciate any support that you could find for that cause as well, as it's very expensive for them to be away from their home and being able to be at the hospital with Brett. But last night was a pretty tough night for the family. So again, we ask you to, before you turn that light out tonight, to say a quick prayer in Brett's behalf. Thank you.
Drivers, attention, just about 8 minutes left in testing, about 8 minutes remaining in testing. Drivers, 8 minutes remaining in testing. Once again, can we get all judge and barge personnel to please report to the seawall for the first flight? Turn judges Nick Wataka, David Jones, Nick Hoot, Brian Palmquist, and the flagger is Cooper Thompson. Barge personnel for the first flight: Sandy Neidel, Tracy Trillian, Tanya Wataka, Lynn Krieger, Mackenzie Helston, Kelly Neidel, Dawn Helston, and Chris Helston. Tracy Trollian, can you please report to the seawall to catch the boat to the barge? Tracy Trollian, will you please report to the seawall to catch the boat for the barge? Thank you. Once again, volunteers for the first flight, please report to your position. For the barge, Sandy Neidel, Tracy Trollian, Tanya Wataka, Lynn Krieger, Mackenzie Helston, Kelly Neidel, Dawn Helston, Chris Helston. And judge personnel, turn judges Nick Wataka, David Jones, Nick Hoot, Brian Palmquist, and the flagger is Cooper Thompson. Please report to the barge, or I beg your pardon, please report to the seawall to be able to be transported to your positions for the first flight.
Will all those involved in the PA in the opening ceremonies please report to the PA booth, please? All those involved in the opening ceremony, please report to the PA booth. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to remind everybody about the DePue Men's Club food stand. We did check in, and there is still a good supply of some T-shirts left in the bigger sizes, which is a little bit unusual, because about this time, usually in the weekend, if you didn't have your official souvenir T-shirt, you're probably trying to stuff your double extra large body into a adult small. Dan Huffert to the PA booth, please. Dan Huffert to the PA booth, please.
Cooper Thompson, please report to the seawall. Cooper Thompson, please report to the seawall for flagger duties. Just 4 more minutes left in testing. 4 more minutes left in testing. The water is now closed for testing. The course is closed. Testing has closed. The water is closed for testing.
Not yet.
Lynn Krieger and Tanya Witaka, please report to the seawall. Lynn Krieger and Tanya Witaka, please report to the seawall.
Hey, Kevin, Ivan.
Yeah, don't do anything bad now. We're on the air.
Ivan, it must be about, let's see, it's 11 o'clock here, 12, about 7 o'clock in the evening for Ivan over in Europe.
They tell us. Huh? No. What night, Tori?
Hey, RJ, how you doing?
You are.
You broke your mom, too. I want to bring Candy up.
Do we have a singer for the national? Yes. I didn't mean to yell at you yesterday about where it is, but always the U.S. flag and national anthem.
Well, you know what I was thinking is, when you have the Stanley Cups and you have the American, they always down first, play the Canadian.
Yeah, but that's because they're in Canada.
I can still remember the big round one, you know.
Yeah, well, that was more trouble than it was worth. How you doing?
Good. How about you? It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
I saw you rolling around yesterday. I'm like, he's here. That's great. You're looking good. Feeling okay?
Yeah,
Good.
hips a little, he's recovering, but we're good.
Time, right?
Yep,
Time.
yep. The doctor told me that they had to go through the backside because I had a cyst in the hip. And he said it's a year, and I almost hit him.
I had a knee and they told me 6 months to a year, and I'm like, no way, but they were right.
Yeah. Oh,
Gotta listen, don't
there's
you?
Johnny. That cost you. There's a tax on that.
I know. I'll mail you the check.
Kevin. That's it. How you doing? Okay. Can it be? Gotcha. Okay. What I'll do. Gotcha. There's a.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to day 2 of the National Championship Boat Races here at Lake DePue. At this time, we would like you to begin with our opening ceremonies. Ask you to please stand. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. We are going to have the invocation by Pastor Karen Kraszewski, pastor of the DePue United Church of Christ.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to see you here. As we begin to pray this afternoon, please keep Brett Jedwabny and his family in your prayers. We are praying for him at the DePue UCCC, and we ask all of you to join us. And now, let us continue in prayer. Creator God, we come before you with so many blessings this day. We are thankful that yesterday was a safe and fun day. Thank you for blessing the drivers, the boats, the crews, the emergency personnel, and the boats. For all of us who work and play and laugh and enjoy here, we are grateful for this time and place. Jesus was out on the water. He calmed the storm, and he calmed the sea. So today, we ask Jesus, your guidance and grace on the waters. Keep the racers safe, keep their boats running, and allow all of us to enjoy this day in your creation. Give us mercy and grace. Help us to be kind to all who are around us, and allow us your grace. In Jesus' name, amen.
Please remain standing for our national anthem. Today's singer, Mr. Scott Bass.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof still there? Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now, please remain standing, facing the flag, for the Canadian National Anthem. This time, I'd like to welcome to the microphone President of the DePue Men's Club, Mr. Trent Solario.
Thank you, Mike. Welcome, everybody, to Day 2 of the 2024 Lake DePue APBA Pro Nationals in association with the USTS. Thank you to the Village of DePue, Mayor Danny Huffert, and all the trustees for allowing to host this event once again. Thank you to USTS President Pete Nightall, APBA Pro VP Christy Ellison. Thank you to all the many volunteers that help us put on this event. We could not do this without you. Thank you to all the DePue Men's Club committee members for all the hard work throughout the week and the weekend. Have a good day, folks, spectators. Looks like we're filling in the park really, really well. Enjoy yourselves. Please be respectful to your neighbors. With that said, let's get some racing in. God bless.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Trent. Well, it's not a 21-gun salute, but we like to please stand by for the firing of the gun, and we're going to hear an official welcome from the Honorable Daniel Huffert, Mayor of the Village of DePue.
Thank you. On behalf of the Village of DePue, I'd like to welcome everybody here to the boat race capital of America and the 2024 Pro National Championship. It's our honor to be the host city again for the 39th year, and we're proud. The DePue Men's Club puts on a great show. They do a great job, and I really want to thank the President, Trent Solario, and all his guys. They are fantastic, and they have really helped DePue with their donations and their work, in also the Illinois Valley. Almost a lot of communities we've helped, so we're proud of them. To the fans, you guys are the greatest fans in the world, and I love looking up and down the shoreline to see you guys. You're the most knowledgeable and respectful people. We love you, and we want to have you keep coming. Thank you. And the drivers, some of the finest drivers in all the land, put on this show every year. They go out there and do their very best. So we're going to cheer you on and give you the best and hope you do good. Finally, I just want to remind everybody that the DePue CAG group has been fighting the whole cleanup of Lake DePue, and they do a wonderful job. They put together a little display. If anybody wants any explaining of everything, I'd be happy to go over it with them. But it's important. Tom Dobrich is the leader of our CAG. We have the Northwestern Pritzker School of Law that advises us on the laws and everything. And we have some good help from many, many people. So please show your support for that organization. And with that, let's get to racing.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. At this time, it's time to turn the voice over to the voice of the races, Mr. Jackson, Lightcap.
How we feeling, DePue? Lynn Krieger, will you please report to the seawall so we can get you on the barge?
We about ready to go? Get the JD. The guy put it back together for me.
Sea racing to the water. Did they take a radio down there already?
Folks, can we get the sea racing runabouts to the water? Sea racing runabouts to the water.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, folks, it is a beautiful Saturday. Mother Nature has certainly cooperated with us all week long, and it looks like it is another beautiful day. Not a cloud in the sky. Temperatures in the high 70s. Nice, cool day. A nice breeze on the lake, and we're going to have some fun here on Lake DePue. The schedule coming up today for the first flight, we'll see the sea racing runabouts, followed by the capsule boats. The fan favorites, 700 hydros, make a return to the water, and then the 250 runabout. For the second flight, we'll see the Sea Service Hydro, followed by the 350 Hydro, the future of the sport, K-Pro Hydro. For that race, I'll give the microphone over to the legend, Ray Rada, and the 700 runabouts.
He said we can't put it on that power source. He said you gotta put it, will it sit on the, or put it on the computer. There you go. It's gonna have to go there.
Folks, we are about ready to test fire the gun. So if you hear a loud bang and a loud boom, don't be frightened. They are test firing the gun on the barge. There it is. The test fire. That means we're just a few moments away from racing. Once again, Sea Racing Runabout should be heading to the water. Sea Racing Runabout should be in the water. I want to give a quick shout out before we get things going. During the pregame ceremonies, you may have seen the flag coming down that front straightaway. It was held by Jamie Grieve, who is from the United Kingdom. He has cruised for Pete, Amy, and Curtis Neidl abroad in the World Championships. It is his first time in the States and his first time ever experiencing Lake DePue. Let's give him a warm United States welcome to Jamie Grieve. Just another reminder, folks, that today and all weekend long, if you can't make it out or know anyone who cannot make it out, make sure to visit www.tkdsports.tv. These races are being live streamed, broadcasted, and will be put up on demand as well. Visit the TKDS Sports Network at www.tkdsports.tv.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to let everybody know that the cheerleaders from the DePue High School are having a dunk tank fundraiser down at the east end of the park. Please feel free to go down and test your luck, put somebody in the water, and maybe even volunteer. Help the DePue Fuel Leaders at their dunk tank fundraiser. Thank you.
Well, folks, we just mentioned Jamie Greaves' first time on United States soil. Let's give a big round of applause for Giuseppe Rossi, one of the builders who builds most of these engines that we will see on the water, and multi-world champion as well in attendance for this race. Folks, let's give a big American welcome for Mr. Giuseppe Rossi.
Of the state softball championships at Firestone Stadium.
We're really not big into playing, 4, 5, 6 games a week. I don't think that that's productive for our team. We always take care of our players, both physically and mentally. We have a focus on that. We know when to push and when not to push. So to us, we hit the good amount of numbers. Like I said, if we would have got all the games in, we would have been sitting right about the same range. But it's just when it came down to it, we're not really built for double headers right now. So we avoided those in the season. And
Thankfully, it was just one of the coaches' interviews I did it way back. Luckily, it wasn't anything else.
I was telling Jackson at the time, Lanny and Rook were doing a game for St. Pete and the power went out. They felt they were off the air and they weren't. And for some reason, the radio still worked.
Well, there's a great one for a hockey announcer. He's sitting there watching the game and he goes, Lemieux over the center line, over the blue line. He shoots, he hits. There was 10 minutes of silence. Do you have any more news?
Technology is great, but it's also dangerous.
Yeah, that's right. We're all ready. Yeah, it can do you in a heartbeat.
Folks, as we're giving shout-outs here before the races get underway, I think one of the most important shout-outs that we should give is to the DePue Men's Club, 39th annual year where they've been able to put on this race. And the DePue Men's Club, there's a lot of work that they do behind the scenes to make sure that this race goes on each and every year. DePue Men's Club, thanks number one for having us for the APBA, the U.S. Title Series, and everyone else involved. And DePue Men's Club, thank you so much for the work that you do behind the scenes to make sure that this event goes off flawlessly. Folks, let's give a big round of applause to the DePue Men's Club. Sea Racing Runabout to the water. Sea Racing Runabout to the water. Well, folks, that's what we love to hear. Here we go. Let's get the day going. The C Racing Runabout, 30 to the 4. 30 to the 4 for the C Racing Runabout. 700 hydros to the water. 700 hydros to the water. The C Racing Runabout. We saw the C Racing hydros yesterday. All approved motors, 2-cylinder engines with 30 cubic inches of displacement. One of the antique boats we see on the water. It was a popular engine that was run right here on Lake DePue and all over the world between the 1930s and the 1950s. There's the 4-minute gun. The C Racing Runabouts are on the clock. Justin Gibson, he won a national championship yesterday in the C Racing Hydro. Now he'll have a chance to sweep the C Racing if he's able to win the runabout. He'll be coming out there in H81. We saw Jonathan Nilsson win a national championship yesterday in the C Service Runabout. He has a chance to do it again, this time in the C Racing Runabout. He's out there in R21. Nick Ingalls makes his way out C95. He's coming all the way from Bakersfield, California. Ashton Caffarelli had a couple of podium finishes yesterday.